Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying another THC infused beverage. This beverage will be by Nowave, which is a Rochester-based company, and they are one of the only two cannabis companies so far that make marijuana-infused beverages, the other being Ayrloom. If you do not know what Ayrloom is Beacon Skiff's marijuana line. Beacon Skiff makes 1911, which is a cider that's been around in New York for a while. You can go to Beacon Skiff and pick apples. Now, Nowave, I do not know much about them. I do think that they just started off as a marijuana company. Now, in terms of the differences between the two companies, Nowave and Ayrloom, currently, Ayrloom only makes 5 milligram THC beverages, which are mostly sparkling waters. They do, however, have a lemonade, which I reviewed on the show, and it was actually the tastiest of the cannabis beverages I had. At $5, though, at 5 milligrams, it really wasn't worth the cost. Now, with Nowave, what they are essentially selling you is just water with terpenes and like a little bit of the liquid form of THC, and they tell you what strain it is. Now with Ayrloom, they're just telling you what flavor it is. The flavor that I'm going to be trying today is the San Fernando Valley OG. Will this pick up? It did pick up. Now, this is what the can looks like. It says cannabis-infused water, weed water, and it tells you what's in it. Now on this side, it tells you the nutrition facts. If this will pick up. There we go. There's a little thing that you can scan telling you when they made it, which I think with this, it was in March, and I bought this in like July, so this has been on a shelf for a while. Now, what is in this? You are getting mineralized water, water-soluble cannabinoid concentrate, which is water MCT oil, cannabis extract, and soy extract, natural flavorings, soluble terpenes, and citric acid. Now, again, with this, you are buying the strain put into water. Now, could you just buy the tank or whatever it's called and put that in your own water and save a lot of money? Probably. This probably won't have as good of a flavor as that lemonade by Ayrloom, but I want to try all of these, honestly. This is going to be the last of the 10 milligram THC beverages. There's one other one. I think it's called Grapefruit Kush, which is 5 milligram with 5 milligram CBD. But I didn't think the gelato was that good. I thought the Pineapple Express was pretty good. I don't know anything about San Fernando Valley. The only thing that I know about San Fernando Valley is they used to make adult videos there. Now, in terms of what I think this is going to taste like, I hope this doesn't taste like lubricant or human fluids, which, I mean, that wouldn't be sold in a dispensary. It would be sold in a different type of a place, but I'm really curious of what the San Fernando Valley OG will taste like. From what I've read, this is going to be an earthy tasting beverage, which doesn't sound like it's that good. Since, I mean, this could taste like literally anything. Could taste like dirt, could taste like a skunk. I don't think this will have the same type of a taste that the Pineapple Express had. So, one more thing on this can is they have a lot of cool hippie designs. You got the peace symbol. I mean, the yin-yang symbol. So, I mean, after reviewing Fruitopia, I mean, who knows? Maybe in a few years, the Fancy Sipper is just going to be a hippie going to Burning Man, and who knows? Maybe I'll just go off the rails. But with all of that said, with all this wasted time, I want to give this a pour and let you know what I think about Nowaves San Fernando Valley OG. Let's see how this compares to the other two flavors that I've had by them. At $7 for 7.5 ounces, I am not going to do a high pour. I'm gonna savor every single drop of this, since I paid a decent amount to review a beverage that I don't think anybody else on YouTube is reviewing these. I may be wrong. So all you're smelling is marijuana. You're not smelling the pineapple smell that you got with the Pineapple Express. You're not smelling the slight berry smell that you got with the gelato. This is what it looks like. I mean, admittedly, this does look like fluid that would come from San Fernando Valley in the 1970s, but let's hope that this does not taste like that. It has a very milky color to it. I'm just smelling earthy smells from this. So, no further ado, I'm going to give this a sip and let you know what I think about it. Let you know how this tastes, if it's worth the money to me, and anything else that I can think of related to this company. So on the first sip, you are getting a lot of earthy marijuana taste, but it does have a sweetness to it. This does not taste like mint, as it says it does. I mean, you could say that it tastes like the sweetness of a thin mint, but it doesn't carry the same strength of a thin mint in terms of the minty taste. This tastes more of just like adding a little bit of sugar to marijuana and putting in water. Try it again though. In terms of the taste, you are mostly just getting like a sugar that's added to water with marijuana. I'm trying to think of other ways that I could describe the taste. Now, I reviewed again the gelato. The gelato tasted kind of berryish, but it did have that sweetness that this has. The Pineapple Express was more of a citrusy pineapple taste, and that also had that same sweetness. This does not have the does not have a unique taste to it that's easy to review. I mean, there's 3 10 milligram THC flavors by Nowave. This is probably the most base of all of the flavors. This just tastes like water to me. I'm not really getting any of the mint or any of the earthy taste. I guess if you say the marijuana is the earthy taste, but you could say they all have that. So just finish this off, give my final thoughts on the San Fernando Valley OG Weed Water, let you know how it stacks up to the other ones, and let you know if I enjoy this brand comparatively to Ayrloom. So the one thing I will say that is better with Nowave, I do think that their gummies are much better than Ayrloom's gummies. Now, you can get 30 gummies from Nowave for $30. So you're paying $3 each gummy. You're getting 10 milligrams of THC, and they have the terpenes based on what you want. Do you want to go to bed? They have more CBN. Do you want more CBG with your gummies? With this, you're getting San Fernando Valley OG, which you could just, again, buy with like one of those little things and then just put it in water. For $7, would I recommend this? Probably not. In terms of investment on getting high, I guess. The drink is pretty interesting. I am a fan of the idea that you can just try different weed strains, but there's only 4 so far. I don't know. It's a type of a business in which only I'm going to buy this, and I'm only going to buy this to review it on the internet. I would prefer their gummies. I do think their gummies, again, are better than Ayrloom's gummies, but for $7. It's hard to recommend this. The taste is barely existent. It just tastes like putting a sugar cube in water and then putting some dirt in it or something like that. But who knows? I'm going to make an after video of how I felt after this, which is honestly what's most important. The taste is completely useless. The lemonade of Ayrloom, though, was delicious, I'm not going to lie. And Keith sells sodas, which have THC in it. Currently not sold in America, but who knows? I'm going to make an after video, tell you how I felt after this, and tell you if I recommend this just based on the feeling, which, I mean, you can't really review flavored malted beverages like that because it tells you the percentage of the alcohol. This is just a strain. I mean, it doesn't say like this is 40% on the can. So I'll come back in a few minutes and let you know how I feel. Hello, everybody, and I'm back after finishing the San Fernando Valley OG Weed Water. I think my opinion on this changed a bit. Now, in terms of the flavor, I'm still thinking the flavor is not really the best, but being more honest in terms of reviews as a person who reviews energy drinks and flavored malted beverages, I was hoping this would be a bit sweeter. Now, the taste of this is a mint. Now, what I was thinking was this was going to be more of a sweet mint type of a flavor, or like an Andes mint, but this is more of just like a mint that you would find like in the grass or something like that. Like the kind of mint that you actually grow, like would be in a tea or something like that. Now, in terms of how I felt after the San Fernando Valley OG Weed Water, this is the first time that I've drank a THC-infused beverage in which I didn't get lightheaded and didn't get a headache. So, I mean, in terms of that, I think this was probably the best strain that I've had. In terms of the flavor, though, I don't think this was as good as the Pineapple Express, and I still think Ayrloom's lemonade is by far the best. But the more that I drank this, I think the flavor actually tasted pretty decent. It was incredibly drinkable. It did have that skunky smell to it and taste to it that Ayrloom didn't have, but all the other weed waters do have. So what would I give the flavor of this in terms of a review? I think I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. This had incredibly earthy taste, which I was hoping for more flavor, but I mean, if you're just looking for something that would taste like a tea, this is going to get you. But in terms of effects, how did this feel? I think this worked a lot better than the Gelato and the Pineapple Express. Usually when I drink these, I get lightheaded. I'm sure that has to do with body chemistry, but yeah, I mean, I had no issue with this at all. San Fernando Valley OG. So in terms of effects, I'll give this an 8.5. This is only 10 milligrams. I've said that before countless times. But if you buy Ayrloom, you're only getting 5 milligrams. 10 is the highest that you can get in New York State. But if you were to buy Nowaves gummies, you're going to be spending $30 for 10 servings instead of $7 for one serving. Only difference is telling you what strain you're getting. So I still do think that Nowave is the best in terms of the gummies, but in terms of the THC infused beverages, I don't think that there's really anything that's that good that I would say that it's better than anything else. But again, I don't think the flavor was as bad as I initially reviewed it. In terms of the effect, I think this is the best that I've had so far in terms of these types of beverages. I still think that they're gummies I would buy in the future. I don't think I will buy these anymore unless there's a new brand that comes out, or those Ayrloom Up come out, which are the 10 milligram THC Ayrlooms. So far, they're only 5 milligrams, but with that, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you skip to the end to know how I felt afterwards, because I think the review that I gave was kind of negative, more so than it had to have been. But thank you again. Cheers.